Hello, my name is Anioka Sigler, and I am making a video essay for the CleanUp Expert Scholarship. I will be answering question 1, which it goes, automatic pool cleaners are a godsend for pool owners who no longer need to spend hours manually cleaning their pools. Let's say you have a time machine, it could transport yourself 50 years into 2072. Look at the automatic pool cleaners of this era and write how the technology behind them has evolved. So the first real automatic pool cleaner was patented in 1967, but didn't appear available until 1974. This was a very, very basic model. It really could only work for about 15 minutes. And it required a lot of energy, and did kind of a poor job, but it was the idea that really got it going. And within the next 30 years, it got way better, and got a longer life energy, used up less energy, period, and cleaned better. Now, in 2022, especially looking at the CleanUp Expert website, we can see that automatic pool cleaners have definitely evolved from the first idea. Not only does it allow different chemicals to be swifted through, released, and then also, clean, but it cleans up different debris as well, not just little particles of dust or whatever. It helps clean leaves, it helps maintain the water pH, helps keep your pool clean without having to get a pool boy like you see in the movies, or having to take your time maintaining a pool, something that not everyone can do. With the more popularity of pools being a thing at houses, or the people that have a public pool that just don't have the time to clean the pool, or let's say it's in a residential area and they don't have lifeguards or pool cleaners, and they still want to keep the pool clean for the residents. Pool cleaners have been very helpful for these types of situations, and they have evolved very quickly in the past 50 years. So if we were to look in the next 50 years, how would this possibly look? If we want to go realistically, I think they would probably be smaller, cheaper, more efficient, and use less energy, be better for the air pollution around us, more than it already is. Leave a smaller carbon footprint. But if I want to be creative about this, and hope maybe inventors will also be creative about this, I think the idea of an automatic pool cleaner will be greater than just pools. I mean, the idea of a pool cleaner is to swift through the bottom and clean from the bottom. Now, pools normally don't have a lot of trash. It's more naturistic debris. But the same thing happens with rivers, ponds, and lakes, and the ocean. But it also has a lot of trash, human-made trash, because plastic is a thing and has been for years. I would like to believe in the next 50 years, an idea or patent, like it did in the 60s, would be created with the idea from automatic pool cleaners, and create automatic water cleaners or automatic debris cleaners from these bigger areas of water. When I was younger, I was a part of a national league called FPS, Future Problem Solvers. I remember this idea of water cleaners that I created. I didn't create the actual thing, but I created the idea, as well as a 4th grader could. I created the idea of these automatic vacuums that would be on these tiny little moats that floated around lakes and oceans, in a vacuum tail that trailed across the bottom of the lake and rivers, that just picked up trash. Now, that seems pretty unrealistic It has a lot of errors that can go wrong with it. But I was a 4th grader. And even now, I still believe that is a very big possibility that can happen in the next 50 years because we see technology grow and develop very quickly. I mean, now in 2022, we can see these automatic pool cleaners can help differentiate different types of not only chemicals, pH levels, and very complicated stuff like that, but differentiate the debris of naturistic leaves, sticks, and different human debris as well. That has happened very quickly. We did not see that in the last 5-10 years. So in the next 50 years, where our technology is just getting better and better and faster, I would like to believe that something like that could happen. Now, of course, there would be a big difference. There would probably have to be at least 2 vacuum hoses, as my little 4th grade mind would think, to sift through sand as well, because that is a big difference between naturistic bodies of water and pools. Pools don't have sand. Pools have hard, normally concrete bottoms. A lot easier to pick up trash because it doesn't have to swift through anything. But with the idea of automatic pool cleaners, I believe you can do the same thing, just a lot more complicated. But that is what our future engineers are for. They create these very big ideas, these very futuristic and complicated ideas, and find different ways to make this possible. And with our carbon footprint, it's not good. Our trash in the oceans are killing life. Our trash in the oceans are not getting much better. No matter how many cleanups you can do at beaches and lakes, it's still not going to help what's already in the ocean, what's already in the lakes and rivers. Now, in the next 50 years, I do not believe that something as big as an ocean can be cleaned with something like this idea. But I do believe we can make small steps in the next 50 years to create something like that, with the idea of a pool cleaner in mind. I believe we can start first with small ponds, or different little human-made bodies of water, like a koi pond, where the automatic cleaner could differentiate the life of koi fish and whatever other life could be in that pond, and the waste that comes from the koi fish that may come from algae, and be able to clean that. That would be a very small but also big step into this idea of creating this cleaner for debris of human waste and plastic and different things in bodies of water. Maybe we can't go as big as an ocean, because there's just so much and it gets too deep. But we can still do that in our rivers that lead to oceans. We can do that in our bodies of lakes and rivers and ponds that are naturistic created. And it takes small steps to make this big difference. But looking at how automatic pool cleaners have been updated and made better and better, I do believe in the next 50 years we could have at least some sort of idea to make this possible. I think it would take a long time though, but every big thing that has helped us took a long time and then flourished. I mean, how long did it take for a computer to be made? First it took up a whole room, and then in 50 short years you could see it become more of what we think of as a computer. It took so long for the computer to be created, for the idea to be possible. But once the idea was created, so many different engineers, scientists, software developers were able to make that idea possible and to let it bloom into so many different and better ideas and technologies. So once the idea comes, once you have the inspiration being automatic pool cleaners, I believe in the next 50 years you can get that idea. And then, with that idea, comes the implementation. And then with the implementation, you can only go up from there. I would like to believe in the next 50 years, or if I had a time machine to see that right away, there would be some talk of that. Thank you.